The iPhone 14 Plus is one of the most slept-on values in the 2025 iPhone market. And in this video, we're going to talk about its specs, its design, its cameras, its user experience, and why this is a great option for many potential buyers in 2025. So the 14 Plus features a massive 6.7-inch display, aluminum sides, and a glass back with two main and ultra-wide camera lenses. The 14 Plus is quite literally just a larger iPhone 14. Every spec and attribute of this phone is identical to the smaller iPhone 14, except for the larger 6.7-inch display as opposed to the smaller 6.1-inch display on the smaller 14, and the considerably larger battery capacity of 4,325 mAh as opposed to the 3,279 mAh on the smaller 14. But everything else is the same, from the A15 processor to the cameras to the design. The 14 Plus has an OLED 60Hz display panel with a peak brightness of 800 nits typically and up to 1200 nits when viewing HDR content. This display is great. It's sharp, bright, and edge to edge. The only things left to be desired by some power users would be a refresh rate higher than 60 Hz, which would make animations and scrolling look smoother than they do, and a brighter display for when you're outdoors in direct sunlight, as newer and more premium iPhones can get noticeably brighter. But besides that, you're really grasping at straws trying to find anything bad about this display. Having the big display iPhone experience without having to go for a Pro Max iPhone is really nice, considering how much cheaper you could get these Plus iPhone models for, especially the 14 Plus, it being a couple generations old but still having rock solid specs. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the cameras on the 14 Plus and compare them to some other recent iPhones. So both the main and ultra-wide lenses are both 12 megapixels. The main sensor takes great photos in pretty much any environment. I mean, here in 2025, the only times you'll really notice differences in smartphone cameras will be if you really pixel peep or in edge case intense photography or videography scenarios. Now, the iPhone 15 and 16 series both feature higher 48 megapixel main lenses, resulting in more detail than you get with the 14 series with the 14 Plus if you really zoom in close. But again, this isn't going to jump out at you unless you look for it. Also, as a result of the iPhone 15 and 16's higher 48 megapixel main lens, on these newer iPhones you get an optical 2x zoom level. Of course, you could still get a digital 2x zoom on the 14 series with the 14 Plus here, which honestly to my eye is pretty indistinguishable from the newer iPhone's optical 2x zoom, but it's not quite as detail rich. Your maximum digital zoom for photos on the 14 series with the 14 Plus here is 5 times, where it's a closer 10 times on the 15 and 16 series because of that higher 48 megapixel main lens. And 0.5 times shots taken with the ultra-wide lens look great too. Once again, you're likely not going to notice any differences in comparison to newer iPhones here either. The same thing goes for the 12 megapixel front-facing lens. It takes very crisp photos. The 4K 60 video is great. I mean, for the vast majority of shooting conditions, you won't notice a difference compared to newer iPhones. Except for zooming, where on the 14 series with the 14 Plus here, the maximum digital zoom is 3 times for video, where on the 15 and 16 series you get a closer 6-time maximum digital zoom. And front-facing video is also great. It has more than enough quality for all your video calls. There's no denying that the 14 Plus is a great device to shoot video content with. And if that's something that you're looking to do, today's sponsor, Hollyland's Lark A1, will ensure that you get high-quality audio when recording with your iPhone no matter what. Check this out. So packaged in a compact AirPods-like charging case, you get two ultra slim and lightweight lavalier mics that attach to your shirt magnetically, and you get two receivers, one USB-C and one Lightning, so you can use it with either a newer or an older iPhone. The audio that you're hearing right now, and the audio that you've been hearing throughout this whole time I've been talking about the Lark A1, is from the Lark A1 itself. It features 24-bit, 48 kHz Pro audio, which is very impressive for a mic in this price range. Accessible within the Lark Sound application, it has 3-level intelligent noise cancellation, which keeps your voice clear as can be regardless of loud traffic, crowds of people, or wind. Okay, so I am currently outdoors, so there's plenty of ambient noise, crickets, traffic noise, wind.
yet my voice remains as clear as can be.
Within the Lark Sound application, you're able to switch between 3 different EQ modes and 3 different reverb modes to enhance your voice to best suit whatever environment you're in. There's also a 6-level gain adjustment for precise volume control. The Lark A1 also features audio limit clip protection, which provides a safety net for sudden, loud sound, keeping your voice stable and clear. You get incredible 54-hour battery life thanks to the charging case. And the range is one of the most impressive things about the Lark A1. You can go up to 650 feet from your iPhone and it holds the connection perfectly, so you never have to worry about even coming close to reaching this limit in your actual usage. Having a seamless wireless mic setup that's designed to work with the iPhone is so incredibly helpful. It honestly feels like if Apple themselves made a portable mic for the iPhone. So click on the link in the video description down below to check out the Hollyland Lark A1, and huge thank you to Hollyland for sponsoring this video.
So as I mentioned earlier, the 14 Plus is powered by the A15 chip with 6 gigs of RAM. It runs as fast as you'd ever need an iPhone to be, and given Apple's recent trends, we'll be getting at least 3 more years of major iOS updates, probably more, including Apple's upcoming massive iOS 26 update, which will be dropping in just a few days. So in terms of device longevity, you're certainly in very good hands with the 14 Plus. So the massive 4,325 mAh battery that the 14 Plus has provides great battery performance. This is one of the best things about using a larger iPhone like this. Of course, as always, if you're going to buy any used iPhone, you want to make sure it has a battery health capacity of around 85% or higher, as an iPhone with a capacity lower than this will have noticeably worse battery performance in comparison to when it was new. So just keep that in mind if you're going to buy one of these used. So these Plus iPhones that Apple has released for the past 3 generations of iPhone with the 14, 15, and 16 series have not been a commercial success, with the estimated sales numbers being quite low by Apple's standards. I think part of the problem here is that Apple priced the Plus iPhones only $100 less than the base Pro iPhones have costed, resulting in a lot of people probably just shelling out an additional $100 to get the Pro. And this lack of success has led Apple to completely discontinue making these Plus iPhones this year with the upcoming iPhone 17 series. However, for the time being, while we still have some of these iPhones floating around, I think the real value of these Plus iPhones, specifically the 14 Plus right now, shines through in the used market a few years after the phone's release. The 14 Plus being a perfect example of this right now. You can generally get a good iPhone 14 Plus for around $350 in the used market. And what you get for this price is pretty hard to argue with, as you get an iPhone with a massive display, specs that are more than good enough, for considerably less than any of the recent Pro Max models cost. I'd go so far as to say, if you're in the market for an affordable, sub $400 big screened iPhone, unless having a 120Hz display or a dedicated telephoto zoom lens is very important to you, the 14 Plus is the best value for you right now. And guys, that just about wraps it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts on the 14 Plus and Plus iPhones in general in the comments down below. Let me know if you're sad to see the Plus iPhones go with the 17 series this year. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, as always, I'll catch you on the next one.